Well, we want to answer some of the email questions that you sent on in our Bring It On segment today. Pat, this first one is from Kara, who says, I'm a mother of small children who's trying to determine the best ways to celebrate Christian holidays without allowing pagan traditions to undermine the truth or be an offense to God. The one I struggle with most is that of the Easter Bunny and Easter eggs. It's nearly impossible to avoid these influences when even many churches participate in them. What are your thoughts on participating in such activities with pagan roots?
First of all, I know it'll make people mad, but the word Easter comes from a word Westra, which comes also from a pagan deity, you know.
Yes.
So that's for starters. The egg is a symbol of fertility.
A new life, right?
A new life, yeah, but fertility. You know, they have in pagan architecture, you've got the egg and dart thing. I mean, it's a phallic symbol with eggs. I mean, the whole thing had to do, they were really focused big time on reproduction, and it was, they honored it and worshiped it, and they had cult prostitutes and so forth. So all that stuff is pagan. It really is. Now, what the Catholic Church did, it was very wise. They'd come into a civilization or into a culture, and they just wouldn't throw everything out. They would Christianize certain of their customs. And so that's what happened with Easter. We don't know that was when Jesus was crucified. We don't know if he was crucified on a particular day. We do know it was near the Passover. But nevertheless, the whole idea of eggs and that, I mean, it's got nothing to do with Jesus. So what are you going to do? I mean, you're just to have a lot of fun and have a bunch of candy. The thing that right now I would think about is that jolt of candy is terribly sickening to little children, and I think spare them the candy. All right, what's next?
This is Lawrence, who says, I'm wondering what happened to all of the people who died on this earth before Christ came as Savior. How were they judged, especially those that weren't even familiar with Jewish law?
Well, Peter, it's a cryptic statement, but said he went and preached to those in prison. And so the thought is, while he was on the cross, he died, and before his resurrection, that he went to those who were captive and preached the gospel to them. That's what we seem to think in the New Testament, but it's not too clear. But what happened to them? They all had a chance to hear the gospel. God is an honest, honorable
Merciful
God, the judge of all the earth, and he's not going to do wrong. And they've all had a chance. Without excuse, they had a chance.